Hi everyone, welcome back to the stream. This is the 11th edition. Hey nobodies. And if you haven't seen any of the other streams, we're working out of this repo, which is GwenF, which is on my GitHub, GwenF. It's called regex-bfast for breakfast, and it's basically this application. And I've made these issues because this is kind of what we're working on, or what part of the app is being built currently. Yeah, and it's a Vue.js application, so you can run it and see. Hey everyone. You can kind of run it and see the different challenges that are working. There you go. And these are the challenges. So that's basically what's been done so far. And last time we had this issue, which is this bug match subdomains, because one of the more complicated challenges isn't working correctly with the regex. And this is also something that's long overdue, which is to refactor some of the JavaScript code. So I'm gonna try to fix this first and then do a refactor in today's stream. So I guess I didn't write any description about it, but I'll go ahead and show the challenge. So this is the challenge I'm talking about. So first of all, see that this wants me to match one character, and it says in the description to match the character M. So I'm just going to type M here, click enter, and it goes to the next challenge. But if I go to this challenge, I'm supposed to match the correct subdomains, so these two. And I'm actually going to go ahead and steal the correct regex, so I don't have to write all this out. So here's the correct regex with a global flag, and it will match these two. But if I click enter, it says it's incorrect, even though it is the correct answer. And you can see that this is all one long string separated by \n. So it's all one string, which is why the global flag works to match these two. But even though it highlights with regex, it doesn't solve the challenge with regex. Hey Robinson, how are you? Welcome to the stream. So that's what I'm trying to figure out now. Why doesn't this particular challenge work? Because we're going to have more of these challenges in order to use the global flag. Yeah. So since I'm kind of working off of this challenge, I'm going to just pre-populate the input field so that I'm not having to type this out every time. There. Okay, and real quick, there's one more challenge where I use the global flag, which is, I think it's this one. Nope, it's not the avocado toast. It's not maple syrup. It might be, yeah, it's this one. So I'm supposed to match both plates. And for some reason that one works. And let me try this challenge. So this isn't actually the correct pattern, but this is just the one I've put here until I fix this challenge. But you can see that it's the same because this one also is separated by \ns. And if I do that, oh, it's telling me to use the global flag. So I'll go ahead and use the global flag. And that one also works. So there's something up with just this match subdomains one. And yeah, so we figured, so let me go to regex 101, which is like an online place to test regex in different languages. And I'll copy this and I'll say I want to test JavaScript. And it's saying that these are invalid in JavaScript. So I can backslash them and escape them, and now it's saying it's valid. And let me copy this. But it's still not, yeah, it's saying global. I'm using the global flag, so this is the same thing I'm using, but it's not matching any of my regex or any of my domains at all. The very weird thing is, oh, hey, Abrisa. I think it does, but for this, I'm hard coding this because I don't want to have to type it in again every time. I think it is clearing because I do have something. Yeah, I do clear this in between challenges. So it should be clearing. If it's not clearing, then I'm doing something else wrong. But yeah, the weird thing is that here it's not matching anything. But if I come in here and look at my filter function, which is the function that highlights these. So let me, so I guess, oh, because I'm not actually, oh, I don't know why that worked or why it went on to the next challenge. That's weird. Yeah. So here, this actually highlights correctly if I type it in. For some reason, when I hard code it, it's not doing it correctly. Let me see. Because it's not updating with the filter. So let me erase this. And it's still not now. I don't know why it stopped highlighting. But anyway, the filter, he likes to reuse components. Wait, I think that's if you press enter to go to the next challenge. Yeah, I think for some reason this, oh, that's so weird. When I do it from the global, it went to the next challenge when I pressed enter from global, but not when I pressed it from here. Oh, now it's doing it from both. I have no idea why that just started working. Let me try a hard refresh. Okay. Let me go back to challenge 12 here. And now it's working. I have no idea what just happened. Okay. Well, let me try that. Oops, that's not what I want. Yeah, I know. Okay, well, yeah, but it's not highlighting now, which is weird. I know, that's what I'm thinking right now. Why is it working? I mean, I'm happy it's working. Okay, well, will anything highlight here? Okay, that's good. Okay, so how come this doesn't highlight? That highlights. That highlights. Okay, that highlights. So it's this. This is the problem. Oh, okay. So it's, I was missing the backslash then. And now it's incorrect, now that it highlights. So I can either get the challenge to work or I can get it to highlight. That is very strange. Let me see if this, yeah, so now it works in here. So this is saying it's valid now. Let me update the challenge regex. So I do have the backslash in here. So that's the correct regex, yeah. Let me see if it's exactly the same. Yeah, it's exactly the same as the correct regex. It's so weird, like I can either have highlighting or the correct answer. I wonder if the backslash, if it's not liking the backslash, because last time, so when I make, even though here I'm making a new regular expression and I'm doing the string.replace to replace it with the a span of highlighted text. So everything that's highlighted has a span wrapping it, basically, with a class of highlighted. And then the non-highlighted text, yeah, it doesn't have a span around it. So here, I guess the difference is here, which regex function. So here I'm using string.match. So I'm using, in the other one I was using string.replace, and here I'm using string.match. And then I thought I was using, oh yeah, I'm also using test, which is a regex method in JavaScript. So yeah, I have to see where this is failing. Oh, by the way, so last stream we were working on why the debugger didn't work here. So for some reason on my computer, it's opening a new instance of the Firefox browser every single time I click that. So and it doesn't load the page. So I think it's a problem with my Firefox. I think I'm gonna delete it and reinstall it, because it's basically not opening a new window or a new tab or anything like that. It opens an entire new Firefox, and then in my bottom bar, you know, the bottom bar in Mac, I don't know if it shows it. Yeah, the bottom bar, it'll open a whole bunch of instances of Firefox, but it won't even open this page like localhost 8080. So it's not working. I looked up how it's supposed to work. It's not working how it's supposed to work on my computer. So yeah, I need to fix my Firefox. But anyway, I can still use, let me exit out of that. I can still use the browser debugger anyway. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm basically gonna stop on that challenge and see what's messing up. So let me refresh it. Copy the regex from regex 101. Oh yeah. I'm not sure if we tried that last time. Let me see. Yeah, let me go here. And then global. Let me just play it and see. Incorrect answer. So what was happening last time was when we did the new when we did the new this one, it was adding in backslashes here, and then whether there was backslash or not, it would add in 2 backslashes. It was doing something weird like that. Anyway, let me see what everything is. Okay, oh yeah, so I have to enter this. So, okay. So not to match. So let me see what the variables are in the scope. So not to match still equals length of 1. So, oh yeah, so there's a problem in not to match. And let me see if unmatched. Default matches dot filter. Yeah, this is such a weird problem because I have no idea. Wait, I'm trying to get caught up. I have in there I'm using nested components. Oh, that is interesting. I don't know if I've ever used that. I could do a bunch of console.logs. Yeah. So in this scope I have not to match, which and matched, which are still arrays. Oh yeah, so I guess it will be an array no matter what. Because filter returns an array, it's just an empty array. So unmatched is an empty array. And then, so the user's regex, I'm testing this not to match array. If user.test. Okay, so they match something they weren't supposed to match. But the thing is, it's supposed to replace everything. Yeah, I need to look inside this function because it's supposed to replace everything that is, yeah, it's supposed to replace all of the words or strings that are supposed to be matched. So it's just left with what you shouldn't match, and then it tests if the user matches one of those things that it shouldn't be matching. But here it's not replacing anything at all. So I could log this out, I guess. Oh, why am I typing log? And then, or I could, let me get this one. All right. Okay. So yeah, not to match equals all of these things. Oh yeah, because this only goes through once because there's only one item in the full text array. And then not to match, or the value in the first, that index of not to match, it's supposed to be replaced by anything in this solutions regex, which I'm setting here as the, you know, the answer patterns here, but it's not replacing anything. So I have to figure out why it won't replace in that function. You should probably iterate after not to match for each. So this is a string, so this should be replaced by anything in this solutions regex. So I feel like I need to work through this in the console. So I have for each full text iterate. Yeah, so not to match equals for each here. I just didn't want to be looping through the same thing I was changing because I feel weird about that. Even though I'm not popping off of the array, so the length will be the same. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing. I'm not sure what you're telling me to do. So you can access not to match. I mean, in this challenge, it is only one thing in the full text array because it's all in one big string. It's just this value.replace. I'm not sure why it's not getting properly replaced. So for some reason doing it in the console helps me think about it. So here's the string, and then we do string dot. No, first we need to make the regex. So we'll make a regular expression using this string and a global flag. Okay, so we have the regular expression and this string, and then we do string dot replace using the regex. And then, so using the regex, and then we want to replace anything the regex matches with an empty string. And it doesn't replace anything at all. So let me try. Yeah, basically. So what if we had, let's try to make regex something else. Oh wait, let me just go here. Okay, so regex 2. So let's see what it does when we didn't have that, because remember it worked when we didn't have that backslash, even though this isn't correct. So let's see what it's doing. Yeah, it's not replacing anything. Okay. Yeah, so that was dumb. And then what if we backslash escape these? Okay, so now that we escape those, which I think, was that what we were doing with the first one? Oh no, but it was giving us back escaped. See, when we made this, even though we didn't escape them, it was giving us back as escaped ones. So, and now it's still giving us back the same thing. So it should work the same way. Why? Why won't it? So let's try, let's say string 2. And then if we get rid of all of these, and then we have string 2 dot replace. Nope, it doesn't replace anything. I have Brave. Let me try Brave. All right. So I could do localhost. Yeah. 8080. Okay, so yeah, so this W is correct. Incorrect, and let me see in the I don't know why it's going like that. Okay, so let me try escaping these. Nope, it still's not replacing anything. I don't know. This is such a weird problem. So I wonder, so replace doesn't work for this. I wonder if test works, because maybe there's some other way of writing this, I guess. Yeah, it is. Actually, replace does work because this is replace, but it doesn't work here, but it works. Oh, why do I have this? But it works in the highlight. So this works. Which is basically the same thing. I mean, I'm just passing in the string and replacing the text. So where is regex from? Oh yeah, the user's regex and user's flags. Which should be the same thing. Let me see. Let me see what test does. If I have, let's say I already have string, right? Yeah, I still have string. So if I do test is a regex method, so I'll need re.test string, right? So false. You should use solution regex in replace. So you mean in which replace? Oops. In this replace? I guess I could here and see. But this is live updating, so I think it won't highlight maybe. And since it is the same regex I'm using, I'm just typing it into the field. Replace. No, I said you should use solutions regex in the not to match. Okay. Let me see. Where am I? Okay. So here's not to match. Maybe the solution regex lacks something. Let me try doing just part of it. So if I say regex.test, that's so weird, it's coming back as false. So so string dot replace, and then I could do HTTP like that maybe. Yeah, and that replaces this. All of those just fine. Let me try to use the constructor now. So I'll do regex equals the same, no, new regex, and then I'll say HTTP and then G. Okay, so it creates the same thing. And then string.replace re4. Okay, so I know regex is difficult. I didn't know I'd have this much time or spend this much time fixing regex problems in a site that's meant to teach regex. It's kind of funny. Okay, so I have no HTTP. So this is partially working. Let me see how much of it can work. So if I do, and then I can kind of narrow down what's screwing up. So let me copy part of the string. That part. And now I'll do the same replace. Okay, so that works. Okay, now let me, so it might just be that W causing problems. Let me try this. Okay, so now I have most of the regex. I'm going to do string.replace again. Yeah, and it even has the not capture group where I tell it if it has a www, ignore it. Okay, so now I need this part. Okay. Try to copy and paste. Okay, 1 second. Oh. Okay, so I added on here. This last one. Okay, and now it doesn't get anything. So it is this one. Because if I could change this to, let me see, I could change this regex to example.com since they're all example.com. I could do this and then it works perfectly. So it's that W plus thing. And I think that now if I do this example, really? This, let's see. Come on. No? Okay. Well, the replace did work with example in here anyway. So it got the correct 2, but it still left the new lines in there. It still has extra new lines. I wish I could do that, but I feel like I need this URL matching. I mean, I could continue to build the site and then wait for some magical regex expert to appear and fix things. Okay. So why won't, that's so weird. Where is it logging out that anyway? Oh, because it's logging out the solutions regex, so the solution regex isn't, that was dumb. Okay, so maybe I'll just change the solution regex and get rid of the W. Okay, and now refresh. And, okay, highlighting is working. Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna get rid of the W, and I have no idea why the W thing doesn't work. But this, as far as I'm concerned, the challenge is working now. So I'm gonna enter it in here and close this issue. And I'll open a separate issue to see why that wasn't working. Because now that challenge is working. And then I can move on to something else. So let me open a new issue. So bug, \w plus not working in regex validation. Why is this not considered valid regex? Okay. So you put there \w so it matches. So it matches the text. So I'm not doing a string comparison between this. I'm basically what this is doing, I'm basically taking the challenge regex and then matching it up against the user regex, against everything, and making sure they both match the same thing. It should be a small w, right? I think so. I can try what you're saying, like, this, you said this, and then backslash w plus. Okay. Oh, and then let me copy the whole thing. Oh, now it's on the next challenge. It says it's invalid regex. Maybe that wasn't what you meant. I'm not sure. Anyway. Okay. So, yeah, if you have any other ideas on why it's not working, yeah, then, feel free to comment here. But until then, I'm just going to pretend the backslash w thing doesn't exist in challenges. That was a big headache. That took a long time. Tried the double backslash. Okay, why not? So let me see. Instead of this, but then it's escaping the backslash too. That seems like it shouldn't. Because then now it's just, so it's a real backslash w. So yeah, so it's looking for an actual backslash there. What did you say to try? Here. A through Z, and then backslash W plus. Did I do that right? Yeah. So let me see. Oh yeah, small w. Oops. But wouldn't I have to do like A through Z too? But then that defeats the purpose, because then I wouldn't need this to match characters, because it would already match A through Z here. So then I could do it without this, I think, right? Could I? Maybe not. Okay. Let me see. Well, oh yeah, change this first. To refresh. No, honestly, I'm just going to leave it with example for right now. Or else I feel like this is never going to get out there. Okay, so let me make sure this works and I didn't break it again. Global. Yes, okay, awesome. Okay, and now, yeah. And now we should try to clean this up. This is a little bit painful. So what I was thinking before was that we would have a to match function and a not to match function. So we could check if they matched what they were supposed to match or match something they weren't supposed to match. So let's see. I can make utils or something here. Oh wait, no. I want a folder. New folder, utils. Yeah, it might be an edge case. I don't know enough to be able to tell whether it's user error or an edge case. So let's see. Not to match .js, and then new file. Wait, I feel like I had, oh yeah, I was gonna call it check not matches and check matches. I think that's better. So I already have variables called not to match. That's confusing. So rename to check matches. Oops. And then check not matches. Oops. So check not matches. Okay, so I'll start with the check matches, which will be these two arrays. I think that's better. Okay, I'm gonna change it. Does match and does not match. Does match and does not match. Okay, so does match. It would really be this filter, this for each, and these two arrays. And then the other one would just be these two things. Yeah, because this is just setting up the two arrays of what was matched, and then this is checking that everything was matched correctly. So let me pull these out, and I'll do export default. It's just a function. And then what do I need to, so I'll need to pass in solutions regex and user regex. And I need to return unmatched, right? So unmatched, let me see where unmatched is. Unmatched, I can take this. So I have 3 arrays here. And yeah, so I return unmatched. And I can pass in, I guess I'll have an object so I can name it and say solutions regex. Is that what it's called? Oh, solution regex. And then user regex. Okay. Oh yeah. Why shouldn't I just return a Boolean and abstract that away from them? Yeah, there's no reason to return unmatched there. I'm checking it here, so I'll just move the checking elsewhere. So here, I haven't imported the function yet, but I'll basically be calling doesMatch, passing it that, and then how should I name this? Maybe I should call this doesMatch and the function checkMatch. Oh yeah, do I have full text? Oh, I do, yeah. Okay, so I have to pass in full text. So what do you think? I think I should rename this to checkMatch. Just put the function in an if. I'd like to have a variable for it instead of passing things into a function inside an if statement. Of course, I could define the options object outside of it. I don't know. Okay, so this should return a Boolean. DoesMatch is great. Const can be does full text match. Is full text matched. I like that. Is full text matched. Okay. But this still has to return this, so I'll get rid of this. So this will basically return this. So unmatched.length, because we don't want anything, so we want to return false if there is something in unmatched, and true if there's nothing in unmatched. Okay. So now I'll take this and then I'll import that function. So here, import doesMatch from @util/doesMatch. Yeah, I like it. I don't think there's any reason to have short variable names. I mean, just to have short variable names, because they're for humans to read. The computer shortens them anyway. Okay, so let me go ahead and import the other one too. So does not match and does not match. And that shortened this up considerably, especially with all the comments in it. So, oh, where am I using current index? Am I using that anywhere? Oh, okay, I'm using it here. Okay. This.store.getters. Okay, well maybe I'll move that. But let me move this. So this part will go into this function. So export default. And then this. And then what do I need in here? I need full text again. solution regex, and I think that's it. Oh, I do need user, so I need everything again. So is this, these take the same things, so I can just make, okay, well first of all let me return valid. Return valid. I should say like is valid or something. Okay, so now I have that, and I can call const is valid is valid equals does not match. I should call it like is extra text matched or something. So does not match. And then, yeah, pass it basically the same thing. Oh, I'm not passing full text. I need full. Actually here, I'm just going to make an options object. Const options. It's not really options though. I guess it's like args or something. Okay. So pass it args. Okay. Args, and then I'll just type these out. So full text, and then solution regex, and then user regex. Okay. So I think that's, I mean, obviously it's a lot cleaner than it was before. And then is extra text matched? So then I just check these, basically. So valid, oh yeah. So here I was setting valid to true if it made it inside of this. But if it didn't make it inside of this, it was false. Because that meant that they weren't using the proper flags. So I should call this valid flags. And then if they make it inside of here, I set that to true. So I should do here valid flags equals true. And then I check here. Okay. So what do you think about this? I think that looks much better. It's definitely much easier to read. And then these functions are a little bit more intuitive too. And then they were just return a Boolean. All right. I like that. You would still argue about hoisted const. Hoisted. You could extract the show message part too. So hoisted const, what do you mean about hoisted const? Those declared inside if. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I have to do this. I don't think this will register because it's block scoped, so yeah, so I might need to I don't think these are hoisted. I think they're scoped to this if statement. I mean, they're not hoisted into a parent scope. So yeah, I have to take these outside of this. That's good, thanks. So here, yeah, with vars. So here I do need to do, and this one. Okay. So let equals I don't know, I'll just default them to false. Yeah, JavaScript lets me do whatever I want, for better or worse. Yeah, I think that this part I like now. This is good. I don't know quite about this. If I want to keep this, I guess that's okay. And then we have forbidden, which is fine. And then you could extract the show message. So where's the show message? Show message. Oh, you mean the... Yeah. I always like after I refactor just kind of taking a step back and looking at the code for a few minutes, because it's just so nice and refreshing to see it look nice. Yeah, so it's hard to keep coding after that. So yeah, we could. So all this snack bar stuff. So we could, I mean, if there was a global snack bar, yeah, so I could put this on Vue.js, which is what I normally do. It's just because it's a one-page application, so it probably doesn't belong in global state, which, I mean, you get away with a lot of things when it's a small app, I guess. So yeah, I could... Yeah, it does add a lot of extra stuff to this. So I could have like a show snack bar function. And I mean, I guess that and then it would or what I could do is here so I wonder if this would be an easy way to clean it up. So let's say I had a snack bar object and then I had like show like something like this, and then here oh yeah, I would have to do dot show snack bar, and then I would do dot color, and then snack bar dot message, and then oh yeah, change this. I mean, that makes it look better anyways, but here and then I could do this dot snack bar equals just an object, and then update it just in one place. I guess that's not really a clean way to do it. Okay, maybe not. So if I abstracted this away into a function, like a method here, I could have like a show snack bar method. Let me see. Yes, show snack bar. And then I could take color. I wouldn't even have to pass in the message because I could just have a type that resolves to a message. So I could say like color type, and then yeah, I don't need to toggle anything. So I could just like take all this stuff here. And actually the type, I don't even have to, all I have to do is take in type. Because if it's a warning, I'm going to show a warning message and the color. Yeah, so this makes it a lot easier. And then I can just do this dot show snack bar and pass in a type. So I'll pass in error. Well, incorrect answer. Well, let me see how many errors I have. So I could do a switch statement. I'll just do else if. So if type equals error, then snack bar. So I wonder if is this the best way to do it? Yeah, I just always avoid switch statements. I know, because I guess that's the cleanest way to do it, maybe here. But it's just the break and everything and having to remember that, and then odd bugs. But yeah, I'll do a switch on type, and then case error. Okay, so in the case of error, I'll do this and get rid of that. So this dot snack bar, and then color would be error. I guess I could set the color no matter what to the type, because if the color equals the type, so I could set, yeah, so this dot snack bar dot color equals type, and then I'll have to do message and and show. So this dot snack bar dot show equals true, because it goes off after 5 seconds anyway, so it doesn't stay. So I don't have to do false. So yeah, then the only one left is dot message. Yeah, that's true. It does have a default. So dot message. Let's do the error here. Okay. So case let's say case warn. What is warn here? Oh, warning. So let me take all this stuff out. And put it here, and then take this. And I'll do warning. And then here, I have a success one too. This is a lot. So yeah, here I'll do success and then take that. Okay, so I don't need that. Don't need that. I basically need this for here. And then break. Oh, here. Okay, and then I need case of success. And then if I had a default one, it might be error, but I don't really think I need one because I'm just passing in these three things. Oh yeah, warning. Thanks. Okay, so this is the success message. Okay. And then, okay, I think this is pretty good. So, is there anywhere else? Oh yeah, I'm showing the snack bars here. Oh, this is an error message. Okay, so that's in the input box. And then highlight, of course I don't need it. Yeah, so I think this is cleaned up, and then putting this in a function cleans this up a lot too. Yeah, this function is much better now. Okay. Yeah, let me try it out and see. So, oh, let me refresh. Oh, incorrect answer. How come it's black now, not colored? So, oh yeah, I'm not passing this in as an object. But I can probably not do that because I'm only passing in one thing. So I'll just do that. Yay, it's working. So plate G, it's not working. Assignment to undeclared variable is valid. Oh, okay. So okay, so let's try this again. Sweet, awesome. So it looks like it works. Let me, oh yeah, let me copy this. Awesome, yay, all the challenges are working and the code is cleaned up. Yeah, I'm not saying TS TypeScript isn't helpful. It just adds overhead, and I don't think for the cost it's helpful on small projects. So I did read a blog post, I think it was by the makers of VS Code actually, about yeah, about how much TypeScript helped them. And I get it because they have a massive team, people coming in and out. I don't know, because from looking at it, TypeScript seems much easier to use in Vue 3, just because it's just functions and variables. So I I don't know. I mean, I'm at least going to try it out if I'm working on a team. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah. So let me go ahead and close the refactor. Yeah, does match. Pulled out logic into util functions and method for snack bar, method for showing the snack bar. Okay. So I have worked in TypeScript before at a couple places, and yeah, one place I worked, it was taking like 30 seconds to recompile the app every time. It was so frustrating because on the web you're used to just like the instant feedback of saving and it updating in the app. But man, was TypeScript so frustrating on that project. Plus you can get some of the benefits of TypeScript without using TypeScript. Like in Vue 3, how we get the benefit of being able to see I'm drawing a blank, I can't remember, but like the methods and variables, everything inside of Vue 3 because they use TypeScript, which is nice. I'm going to go ahead and push. So let me add the utils. And then the other ones I modified. So I'll do code from Livestream number 11. Sometimes I forget to do this right away. I'm really happy with where this project is right now. Oh yeah, I don't need that. So what we have left is basically, I mean, these like minor bugs which don't really matter. I mean, they do. This one, I guess, kind of matters, but we can figure it out later. Hints is kind of an extra thing. Didn't I just push? Did I not push? I did push, yeah. Yeah, I pushed 1 minute ago. Okay. So this is the big thing. Now that the challenges are working, the code is relatively cleaned up. The big thing is just adding more challenges. And I guess I should add an issue too for making the interface look nicer. So I think those are the two things that going forward I need to work on. So let me add interface redesign. And I'm thinking about doing a live stream with the redesign. But I have no idea what I want to do because there's like colors and a new layout because this is kind of boring. So theme it. What do you mean by theme it? Like pick a theme? Theme interface. That would be really nice if we had cartoon breakfast characters. I don't know who could do that. I guess I could try to get a couple artists to join some kind of mini hackathon or something. Yeah. Interface needs some help. It's functional but doesn't look nice. Theme. No, let me put a list of ideas. So ideas, theme. Currently The text does. I mean, avocados, Vermont maple syrup, this plate. So it's very loosely connected to breakfast, I guess. Aunt Jemima. No, I only deal with real maple syrup, but I guess for the purpose of the app, we can do whatever. Oh yeah, cartoon characters. That was the other one. Breakfast. I guess this would be theme. So cartoon characters. Do I do graphics? Not really. I mean, I'll find the original. Oh wait, it's actually in my GitHub. So if you wait 1 second, there's the original. Oh yeah, regex. I think it's still here unless I deleted it so people didn't get confused. So this is something I played around with a long time ago. And I thought I had my logo. I guess it looked so bad, maybe I didn't want to leave it here. Okay, those are not things that I made. So I'll post the logo if I find it, but you'll see how bad it looked before. But if I draw a face on something, so you mean like we did with Amico where we had food animals? We basically mixed animals with food. I guess we could make breakfast people. Mix breakfast with people. Breakfast people or breakfast animals. All right. Okay, cool. So I need to get ready because I have a coding thing at the library today. So I'll try to do, I've been doing live streams on Thursdays at 1, so I think I'm going to do that this week. I'm also going to try to live stream one of these nights, maybe at like 9 p.m. Eastern time, so that there can be a little variety, I guess. Oh, is it 12:30 already? Okay, well, if I get ready now, then I can be at the library at 1. So, all right. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. This was a great stream. Thanks for chatting, so I'm not talking to myself. And I'll post, later today, I'll post what times I'm going to be streaming this week. So take care. See you.